disorders of brain, body, self, drugs, sex. Disorders of brain, body, self, drugs, sex. Disorders,
how they work, anxiety disorders and mood disorders. Cognitive disorders, where there's actually some problem with the brain organically that causes behavioral problems. Modiform disorders, which are disorders where there are bodily complaints that have a psychological root cause to them. And then we're going to talk about dissociative disorders, where there is an integrated whole personality, but something breaks off from that personality in some way. But something breaks off from that personality in some way. But something breaks off from that personality in some way. Substance-related disorders, drugs of abuse and drugs that you're exposed to and what kinds of effects those have. Sexual disorders, problems with sexual functioning, and also people who have what's considered deviant sexual practices. With delirium, it's defined as a disturbance of the consciousness in some way. And that disturbance can lead to things like confusion and disorientation. And the most frequent cause of this is drug intoxication or withdrawal. With dementia, what you have is multiple cognitive deficits. And usually there's a deficit of the memory as part of dementia. And dementia, for example, is a major symptom of Alzheimer's disorder that we're going to talk about in some length in a minute or so. Amnestic disorders.
Amnestic disorders. Amnestic disorders. Amnestic disorders.
Schizophrenic disorders.
It is a collection of subtypes. Schizophrenia is a psychotic disorder, and by psychosis we mean generally that there's a break with reality. Somehow the person is no longer in touch with the external world in one way or another.
Disorders of brain, body, self, drugs, sex.
Disorders of how they work.
The various therapies were based upon what you assumed the problems were that caused the mental disorders. So if you think that the problem is due to sort of the psychodynamics in your life and the kinds of things that happen at the unconscious level and inappropriate thoughts, then you should try to correct it at that level. And that's what the folks who do psychotherapies, that's how they try to treat these particular problems. Freud.
Disorders of how they work.
If it's unconscious, we don't have access to it. So how do you help somebody when they have a problem that you and they don't have access to?
Disorders of how they work. How they work.
Freud solve a way to find a way to get to the unconscious level. The unconscious level.
The unconscious level. Unconscious level.
disorders of brain, body, self, drugs, sex. Disorders of brain, body, self, drugs, sex.
Freud, the unconscious level. The unconscious level.